Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Sam from the Midweek Fixture, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 stadiums in MLS in my opinion. Remember, this is my opinion. The last one about our lower league stadiums really got a lot of traction. There's a lot of discussion on Reddit and in the comments. Remember, this is my top 5. Go ahead and discuss in the comments what your top 5 is whenever you watch the video, and leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will keep at it. And let's hit it. So at number 5, I have the Bank of California Stadium that LAFC currently plays in. The Bank is an imposing 22,000 capacity stadium built in Los Angeles proper, opening in 2018. I've never been to the Bank, but I have drove past it about a month after it was completed and open, and the stadium just has this great look to it. It's sleek and it's clean. The stadium has one of the steepest terraces in the MLS, with all seats sitting at over 34-degree incline and a fully safe standing section at the home end for the fans. The stadium also intentionally has a corner open to see a spectacular view of the Los Angeles skyline, and LAFC and the Bank has a wide variety of different cultural traditions and influence due to the diversity of the community in Los Angeles, and it's one of my bucket list stadiums to someday visit, especially for an El Tráfico derby. At number 4, we have Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City. Children's Mercy is not a new MLS stadium. It opened in 2011, kind of one of the first stadiums of this new generation, but it has had a lot of important games played and records broken at this stadium. Despite its age, it is compared to many of the newer MLS stadiums in terms of atmosphere and design, and Children's Mercy Park is still considered one of the strongholds of the MLS. The official capacity of the stadium is 18,467, but Sporting Kansas City have often sold out past the seating capacity up to the fire code limit of 21,650 fans, which includes standing room. The unique design of the spiraling down roof has become an icon of stadiums in the MLS, and Children's Mercy Park frequently hosts the United States men's national team and other important international games like Gold Cup group stage games. Next up at number 3, we have a stadium that I've personally been to, and it's Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas. So Q2 Stadium in Austin is one of the brand new MLS stadiums this year, opening in mid-June of 2021. I actually visited the stadium for the Gold Cup semifinal of US versus Qatar, and the stadium is absolutely stunning. The stadium holds just under 21,000 people and is built to be naturally cooling, allowing the breeze to flow through and the coverings to provide shade to the seats. In the Texas summer, where it's consistently 105 degrees Fahrenheit or over 40 degrees Celsius if you are not American, this type of cooling is absolutely a necessity. The stadium also seemed to retain and reverberate a lot of the noise created by the crowd, even though it's a very open stadium, but it just increased the atmosphere in the building, and I really did love my experience being able to see the stadium and see the US men's national team play in it, and I hope to go again to another game soon. Number 2, we have TQL Stadium in Cincinnati. TQL Stadium is another one of the newest stadiums in the MLS, opening up in May of 2021 in Cincinnati. The stadium has a capacity of 26,000 fans, and it has state-of-the-art facilities for the fans and for the game. All I've ever heard online about TQL was that it was the best new stadium, the model for others to beat. I heard this a lot, including from star players of different teams, ownership groups, commentators, and even the commissioner of the league, Don Garber himself. It seems Cincinnati has built one of the best stadiums in the MLS, and the stadium location helps that as well, being perfectly fit right downtown in Cincinnati, making it accessible to everyone in the city. TQL Stadium hosted the most recent US men's national team World Cup qualifier game against Mexico, and the atmosphere in that stadium was just absolutely electric. You could even feel it through the TV. Now, if only Cincinnati can put a team on the field that warrants the support that they've been giving. So next, I'm going to have a couple of quick honorable mentions before we get into number 1. First honorable mention is Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. I've been to this stadium. I did a match day vlog at this stadium just a few months ago, and it's an absolutely excellent venue to watch soccer in. MBS and Atlanta hold all 10 of the MLS top 10 regular season attendance records and 4 of the top 5 playoff attendance records. The only reason reason the MBS is not in my top 5 is because it's been designed both for soccer and American football. A lot of the advertising inside, it's mainly for the Falcons. I know that it was partially made for soccer, but you can't help but realize and recognize that the Falcons are the main focus of that stadium, and it's definitely geared towards that. And then my next honorable mention is Luma Field in Seattle, which is another stadium that might have been in my top 5 if it wasn't shared with an NFL team, even though it was designed to house both the MLS and the NFL teams. I just don't find that appealing in a stadium. It really brings it down a notch for me. I want a lot of our MLS teams to have their own soccer-specific stadiums. But ironically, it is the Sounders who have the record attendance for this stadium, not the Seahawks. Seattle is known as one of the best places to go catch a game in the MLS, and the facilities I've heard there are fantastic. And I really do hope to visit one day sometime soon. And then last but not least, going from Seattle, I'm going number 1 to Portland and Providence Park. So Providence Park is the home to the Portland Timbers, who recently hosted the MLS Cup final in this past December. Providence Park is certainly not the newest stadium in the MLS, but it has had some amazing recent renovations that bring it up to par with some of the best stadiums in North America. Add on the history of Providence Park, and you have a stadium that should be on the bucket list of every single football fan in the world. The stadium was first built in 1926, and it was originally made for baseball, but it had its latest renovation and addition in 2019, and a bunch of renovations before that to turn it into a soccer-specific stadium, as well as increasing its capacity to 25,218. Even with the upgrade in capacity, the Timbers extended their sellout streak to 161 consecutive games by the end of the 2019 season. Only COVID has hindered that streak in the last year or so. Providence Park also hosted the very last game that Pele ever played in, the 1977 NASL Soccer Bowl, with Pele and the New York Cosmos coming out on top over the Seattle Sounders. The history of Providence Park rivals some of the best and oldest stadiums in the world, and I think it's quite an underappreciated ground in the eyes of world football fans. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Go ahead and let me know what your top 5 MLS stadiums are. And go ahead and check out my other video about the lower division stadiums that I did as well a few weeks ago.